ways we can do that is by using Orgone energy. So Orgone energy, here's an example of a tower buster. I did a video recently talking about how it works. So if you want to go back and refer to that, but this, my friend asked when I did that video in the comments, well, what's good for using outside? And so the piece that I would use outside, or pieces, is a tower buster. And as you can see, this is a mix of resin, metal, and crystals that emits negative ionizing scalar energy waves that have been shown to be very good for all biological life. Humans, animals, plants, everything responds very well to having this energy around. And it's been shown to mitigate harmful EMF from, Wi-Fi electro smog. And that can be harmful for us and for the environment. So having this around is very good for all biological life. And so I make these little tower busters and sell them in my Etsy shop. And these are good for using outdoors because they're very basic. I make them colorful because if you want to use them indoors, they can still be pretty. But a lot of people make them tactical because they're just meant for use for the purpose and not necessarily to be pretty. So if you want to start using Orgone energy outdoors, I would grid your outdoor space in these little tower busters. And how many you use kind of depends on how big of a space you have. When I first started doing this, early on, I wanted to see, I had heard that using Orgone energy can repel fallen metals from, the planes that go over and spray the metals. And I wanted to know if it worked, so I did a little experiment. I had about 6 of these tower busters on my property, and so I had my rainwater tested in a lab against a friend who lives several miles away and had no Orgone energy on his property. And his rainwater had 42 times more aluminum in it. I'm not kidding. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's so gross how much aluminum that is. And it really seems like the Orgone is helping. So at that time, I just had these gridded in my yard. And that's all I had. Now I have a chembuster. And if you want to learn more about chembusters, it's like a combination between the old Wilhelm Reich Cloudbuster and like an Orgone energy mix like this. And so, if you go to my Instagram page on the top right, I have pinned a video all about my chembuster, very detailed. So I would watch that, and I also have a blog about it on my website. So you can start with your yard, grid your garden. Plants love the tower busters. And you can even, gift a local waterway, local cell towers, build on. But that's where I would start if you want to start working with Orgone energy outdoors. And so, I hope you guys found that helpful. And you can always check out my books and my Etsy shop and more info at kellybrinhealing.com. Happy Earth Day.